morning, everyone. It's Vicki, and I am back to give you a video this morning. I was thinking I would give you a get ready with me video, and I did work on it this morning, and I came up with this eye look, which I love. And I will film that later. If you would like to see that, let me know in the comments. But with everything that's going on, I kind of decided not to do a makeup video this morning. I kind of wanted to talk to you a little bit about how things are going and how this has affected everyone and what we're all doing. So we are all staying home. Hopefully we're all staying home. A lot of us, I have grandchildren. You probably have children that we are trying to help with school stuff. We got books last week for my granddaughter, and we have been working on those. So life has been completely different the last 3 or 4 weeks. As I told you in the last video, I am not able to see my mom, who's in a nursing home. So her birthday was last Saturday, and we had to go and hand things through the door and stand at her window outside and sing happy birthday to her. So it has been a lot of adjustments, and it has been tough. I mean, there's been a lot of, it's been tough on us. So, but there's a lot of good things also that we should be getting out of getting to stay home. I mean, I've worked for years, and I can remember always saying, oh, if I could just only stay home, that would be great. I could just rest and I could do whatever I wanted to. Well, now I can, and it seems like I have had a hard time trying to keep myself busy and trying to figure out what to do all the time, since I'm not running to the mall and I'm not running to pick up groceries. And so it has been different. And I'm sure it's been different for you. So I came up with and speaking of that, I am not going to say so in this video 50 times. In my last video, I think I counted and I said so many times. So see, there I go. This time I am going to work on that. This video is going to be about the things that I have been doing, and I think a lot of the YouTubers are kind of releasing videos about this. What we have been doing to keep ourselves busy, and some really great things to keep ourselves busy while we are staying at home or self-quarantining or whatever you're calling it. The first, and I think I came up with 10 or 11 items, and some of these I came up with on my own. Some of these I heard other YouTubers talking about, and I had also started doing some of these things. So I hope maybe this will help you. I hope this video finds you all safe and feeling good and no one's sick. And I know I have a lot of friends that are working from home, which I know is difficult. And my heart goes out to them because I know that some of them have children. So they're working from home. They probably have husbands at home. They're cooking, they're cleaning. They're trying to get their kids to do schoolwork. So I know it's been tough. Number one is, the one thing that I started doing is reading. I used to always love to read, and I had a Nook, and I have audio books, and I had gotten to where in the last probably 5 or 10 years, especially with work, I stopped reading. So I did I bought 3 books from Amazon, picked up 3 books, and I won't tell you what they are because I think we all have different interests. One is like a fantasy book, one is a self-help book, and one is a true crime book. So I am reading, I'm trying to read, and I think it kind of takes my mind off of all the stuff that's going on. I think it's calming to sit in my chair and it's quiet and have the puppies around me and just to simply read or listen to a book. My number 2 thing that I have been doing is I have been on recent vacations, and I have said forever that I wanted to do like a vacation book. Shutterfly, there's so many companies that do that, and so many of them have 20% off right now. So I have started a vacation book. I went to the Bahamas in February, And so I am going to make a vacation book that will include pictures and all the activities that we did, and it would be something that I can put on my coffee table and something that I can keep forever. I went to the Bahamas because I turned 60, and so we had a blast. We had a great time, and so I think that would be something that would be great for me to do. The third thing is probably some of you will go, oh yes, I've been doing this too, and then some of you will be going, no, clean. I am cleaning. I don't know why I got on such a cleaning kick, I guess last week. I think it's just the news, and the news it's all you hear, and I just didn't want to listen to the TV anymore. And I have worked, like I told you in a video before, 41 years when I retired several months ago, and I have closets, pantries, bedrooms, curtains, blinds that haven't been cleaned in years. So I have spent a lot of time cleaning, and I have to say it's probably good exercise. It's good for me. It's a lot better than sitting around worrying. My house smells great. The blinds look great. My curtains have been washed. So I have a closet that actually I can find shoes and paperwork. So I know that maybe some of you don't want to clean, and maybe some of you aren't able to clean, and that's fine, but that is one of the things that I have spent some time on. The number 4 thing is gardening, and I'm calling gardening what I did inside the house. I'm not outside building some big huge garden. My daughter is building a garden, and I think that's great. She has 3 girls, and they're all helping, and I think it's great for them. I have planted some things on the inside, and just cleaned up some plants that I had that were, on their last leg. They're looking so much better. I made room in my front living room for them, and they're beautiful, and it made me feel like I got a lot accomplished. It took me a couple of days, so I want to keep that up. The 5th thing that I have been doing is cooking. I'm trying not to gain weight because I've lost weight in the last 3 or 4 months, so I'm trying to be really careful and not just bake every day. But I have an Instapot that I had not used a whole lot. I have the air fryer, I think that's what they're called. So my whole counter is full of all these appliances that I hadn't really used. So I have been working at least a couple of times a week to come up with 2 new recipes and use my Instapot, which has turned out to be the greatest thing. I love my Instapot. I did asparagus and a couple of things in my air fryer the other night. That's great. I did make some sweets, but I've done pretty good about not eating them all the time. I made them for family, some family that was here. So cooking is another thing. I grew up with grandmas that cooked. I have recipes from a grandmother on my dad's side. I have recipes from a grandmother on my mom's side. They were great cooks, and I really would like to spend some time going through those recipes and just cooking and getting away from eating out. I do know that we should be supporting these restaurants. I know that the restaurants being closed, at least the insides being closed, I'm sure that is hurting their income. So we have made a pact to at least a couple of nights a week go to a restaurant and pick up food and at least support them. But I am going to try and be cooking more and cooking healthy stuff. We have bought arts and crafts. We've made necklaces. We've made pot holders. We made a blanket. She enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's good for me. And that's been another thing that has taken up a lot of time. And I think it's great for me. Great for my hands too. We've played games. I have Uno. We have Dominoes. I have Monopoly. Don't have a lot. But we have played a lot of games. And that has been fun. That has been something that I haven't done in years. When I was a little kid, I remember going to Snyder, if anybody knows where that is, Snyder, Texas. It's kind of up by Lubbock. I had grandparents that lived there. We always went. All my grandparents played cards, canasta. It has been so many years since I've done that, and I love doing it. And we have had time to go back and start playing some family games. And instead of the grandkids being on watching TV all the time or being on their little tablets, constantly, I think family getting together at the table and playing games, I think it's been great for us. The other thing I have done is, I said a while ago, I've been trying to not gain weight. I've worked really hard to lose some weight in the last months, and so the other thing I'm doing is exercising. I have all kinds of exercise equipment upstairs, which I do go up and use my exercise equipment, but more than anything, I think just because of the term we're quarantined or we're staying in, I've wanted to get out. So I have walked in the neighborhood. I have hand weights. I've done hand weights on the backyard patio. There's so many videos that you can find on YouTube and on my on demand. I have done videos, so it is really not an excuse for me to say that I can't exercise just because I don't want to go upstairs or just because I'm not joining a gym. I can get more than enough exercise here at the house. I have stairs, I can walk stairs. So that's the other thing I have been doing. Another thing that I did the other night that I think is great, and I want to do a video on this, is show how I do a spa, do-it-yourself facial day at home. I think that's another thing. Of course, with kiddos, I know that's harder for you. But if you could find a night where the kiddos are watching a movie or whatever, and you can just spend an hour or two by yourself, a bubble bath, a facial mask, steaming your face, we're all worth it, and everybody is worth spending an hour or two on themselves every now and then. I mean, you deserve it, especially these ladies that are working all the time and doing all these things, taking care of kids, and you deserve on a Saturday or a Sunday to have a couple hours to yourself. So I'll try to do a video on that. The next to the last thing that I have been doing is, I have said for years that I wanted to journal. I have a dad that has journaled about his life. He grew up on a farm, and he started a journal some time ago, and for myself to read it and for my kids and for my grandkids to be able to read that. He grew up on a dairy farm. I think it is going to be something that, as we get older, that will be I'll cherish it. I will really treasure that journal. And I want to do the same. I actually bought a grandparents journal where you can journal for your grandkids and kind of talk about the times. And then I also have got a journal online, and I've been trying to journal just about what's going on. I mean, I think what is been going on for the last 3 or 4 weeks will definitely be in our history books one of these days. I think our grandkids are going to read about this in an American history class and hear about this quarantine and this virus that was going around in 2020. So I have been wanting to journal about that, and so I did start that. And the last thing I did is no fun, but it's a budget. I have a budget. When I retired, that was one of the requirements of my financial company that I went with, is that you should have a really good budget. You should understand what's coming in, what's going out. I didn't want to spend the same amount of money as when I was working as when I retired. I mean, I know that I need to cut some spending, and I don't need the same kind of clothes, and I'm not using the HOV lane all the time. So a lot of things about my budget have changed. And then when this quarantine and this virus hit, I definitely felt like I definitely needed to watch my budget. It's not that I'm not spending anything, but we are spending mostly on groceries and things that we really need, at least until things kind of get a little bit, calmer and quieter, or maybe it's that I feel a little bit calmer about everything. But I did go ahead and recreate a budget, and you know, like I said, it's no fun. It's not the funnest thing to do, but I think we probably all at least need to be thinking about it. And you know, one thing about being quarantined in your budget, you can tell my hair is long. It has not been cut. I missed an appointment yesterday, I think, or the day before. And my hair is, I guess, going to get long because I just keep seeing these videos that says, do not cut your own hair. And I don't want to because I'm not good at it. My bangs will be like that. No. So, and you're going to be seeing roots, you know, before too long. So that is just part of this quarantine. And that, I guess, will help in my budget. So anyway, I hope this video was interesting to you. I hope it gives you some ideas about what you could do. I know if your time is really busy and you have kids, you may not have time to do any of these, but please remember that you are important and we all are important, and it is a nerve-wracking, you know, time. So we do need to try to not worry. We need to try and take some time to calm ourselves, and we're all important. You're important. So thank you. I said so again. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I think it's been over a week. My next video will be this eye look. If you can tell, it's really pretty. I did it this morning. I'm going to try and do a get ready with me and show you this eye look. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I am going to try and release videos once a week, maybe twice a week, just as things go. Like I told you in like the 3 or 4 videos ago, I'm just starting. So you can subscribe and hit the like button and click on the bell. And if you'll hit all when the little bell comes up, every time I release a video, you'll get a little notification. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support I have gotten. I've gotten so much support from friends, people that I used to work with, family. I love you all. Stay safe and give me a thumbs up. But most of all, stay safe. Take care of yourself because you're very important. Talk to you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.